Hello and welcome to Taurean Tarot. In today's video, I wanted to go over some tools to help balance your root chakra. If you've been following my Healing with Tarot series, you know that I just spent months and months going through a slow journey of delving into the different facets of the root chakra and what I can do to make it its healthiest. But I wanted to introduce some quick ways that you can keep that root chakra in balance. So I compiled a list of different tools you can use, things you can lean on. Anytime you feel not quite yourself, you feel like you could use a little more balance in your life, or you just need a few moments to get yourself grounded again. This way, when I move into the other chakras, working through Tarot Healer with Lisa Robertson, we can make sure that the foundation of our chakra pillar stays healthy and balanced, so that any work that we do after that will benefit our root chakra. Because no matter how hard we work on the chakras above the root chakra, if that foundation isn't solid, it's not going to do us any good. So first, I would like to talk about crystals. I absolutely love crystals. I've been collecting them for years now. They're not only pretty to look at, but they have so many uses in our everyday lives. I just put a list of a few together. If you're familiar with crystals, you'll probably know which ones I'm going to go into. But if you're new to crystals, I highly suggest looking up any local metaphysical shop in your area and just taking your time to go through their selection. There's so many benefits to crystals. Each one has its own use. And that could be a whole journey in itself. An expensive journey, but a fulfilling journey. First, I wanted to talk about garnet. Garnet is a fascinating stone that I fell in love with a few years ago. One year for my birthday, my cousins and I decided to drive 5 hours away to this beautiful church that was renovated into this amazing crystal shop. And the owner is a very good energy reader, and he likes to spend his time in his store that he built with love and care and interact with all the customers. So he was walking around while we were looking at all the different crystals, and he came up to us and was telling us about his store, his plans for the future, and just asked if there was anything specific we were looking for. And I told him it was my birthday, and we just decided to take a drive to check it out. We had seen it on Instagram for a while, and it was definitely on the bucket list to visit. He took each one of us through a row of crystals to see what would benefit us and where we were in our journey. And he told me, any person that tells me that can read my energy, that my energy field is just massive. It can fill an entire room. And while that can be useful, it can also be off-putting to some. So he recommended this large chunk of garnet for me, and he told me by putting it under my mattress where my root chakra would lay in my bed, and just keeping it there for a few months would really help ground my energy and bring it in a little bit. And I had never spent more than $10-12 on a crystal before. This chunk was massive. It was $50, and I was like, you know what, it's my birthday, I'm just gonna go for it, why not? So I did. I bought the garnet and I brought it home. I laid it under my mattress for a few months, and I noticed that my dreams had shifted. When I got into bed, I was definitely more grounded. I was more easily able to slip into meditation before I went to sleep, and I felt like I wasn't pushing so many people off of me. So back to garnet itself. While it helped me rein in my energy, it is definitely a grounding crystal. It can help bring balance into your life. And it's just an overall great stone that is a wonderful addition to anybody's spiritual toolbox. Next, we have hematite. This stone is known for neutralizing the negative and sweeping the root chakra to help restore balance. Not only that, but it can also help keep us in the present moment. Then we have black obsidian. This is another favorite stone of not only mine, but also a lot of people in my family. We all have very large pieces of black obsidian, And that's because black obsidian naturally protects you and aids you in seeing through falsity. It can help shine light on knowledge, wisdom, and authenticity. Black obsidian helps you trust your instincts, which then strengthens the survival aspect of your root chakra. And I know when working through Tarot Healer, we talked a lot about how that is your primal chakra, going back to fight or flight, making sure your basic needs are met. So this is a good stone to ground you in those aspects and to help you feel safe and secure in those aspects. Black obsidian also helps you dissolve old trauma, which a lot of us have, and it helps you protect from psychic attacks. So if you are reading tarot, if you're working in that energy, I highly recommend having a piece of black obsidian with you. Red jasper is another good stone to have for your root chakra. If you watched any of my Healing with Tarot series, a lot of my videos started with a red jasper heart stone. I kept that very close to me while working through the root chakra. As well as my black obsidian, I had it sitting on a table next to me as well. Red jasper is a nurturing stone. It's also known as the stone of endurance. It helps raise your motivation levels and help overcome obstacles and challenges. It can boost your inner strength and confidence and allow you to take your true power and shake up your passion. That's another reason why I had the red jasper so close to me while I was recording my videos. It was so I had the confidence to keep going, to know that what I was doing is right, and give me the confidence just to keep recording these videos, as well as encourage my passion for tarot, for content creation. And the last crystal that I would like to talk about is black tourmaline. This is another stone that I was introduced to on that shopping trip that I mentioned earlier, and it's a neat stone. So that same shop owner that was helping me with the garnet, he showed me black tourmaline. He gave my cousins and me a demonstration of the physical effects of black tourmaline. He did it with each one of us so that we could actually feel the effects of it. So he had one at a time, he had us stand on one foot with our opposite arm held out, and then he put pressure on our arm to see what happened. And for each one of us, when he did that, we lost our balance and our arm went down. Second time around, he had us hold a tiny piece of black tourmaline in the hand that was not going to be extended, and also on the side where the leg was on the ground. And then we lifted our other foot and put our arm out again, and when he pushed down on our arm, we were able to maintain our position and generally keep our arm up. And this happened for each and every one of us. So it just shows that crystals aren't just a spiritual thing. It isn't something like people just say that crystals do. They do have physical effects as well. So it was really neat to see just something as simple as that. Now, as black tourmaline relates to our root chakra, black tourmaline is a very protective stone. It's a healer stone, and it helps you with your sense of safety. It can transform negative energy into positive energy and can aid you with your anxiety and depression because it is transforming that negative energy for you. And black tourmaline is generally affordable. I think that's a great stone to start with. It kind of has a little bit of everything in one, where it is protective, it helps ground you, and if you're looking for a stone to use while working with the Tarot Healer book, I think this is a great one to have because you're releasing all of that energy you had stored up in your chakras. It's going to take that negative energy, transforming it into positive energy, and not only bring it back into you, but push it out. So if you don't have a piece of black tourmaline yet, give it a try. And those are just a few crystals that I chose to focus on for the root chakra. There are many more that you can look at. Again, I encourage you to go to your closest metaphysical shop and look around, do the research, and see what speaks to you. As I always say, we're on a healing journey, and everybody's journey looks a little bit different. And if you have any favorites that you like to use for your root chakra, let me know in the comments below. Next, I would like to talk about essential oils. Essential oils are great tools for supporting our physical, mental, and spiritual health. They also have a lot of natural everyday uses as well. And I've been using essential oils during my meditations for a long time now, but I've recently been learning a lot more about all the different ways you can use essential oils in your everyday life for your health, for cleaning, just so many different uses for it. I've actually been blown away by the amount of things that essential oils are good for, how each scent has its own benefits and what they can do for you. So I thought I'd just share a few that I've come across during my research, learning more about the essential oils that really call to helping us with the root chakra. And I'm just going to be giving brief overviews of these oils. I highly recommend that if any of these speak to you, to go ahead and do some research on your own. That way you get the oils that are most beneficial for yourself. The first one would be Arbor Vitae, and this comes from the Arbor Vitae tree, as the name suggests, and it's also known as the oil of the divine. It is a grounding oil that helps you connect with the divine and learn how to surrender. It's so easy for us to think we know best and to fight against every sign that the universe is giving us just so that we can do it our way. So with the help of this oil, it would help put those defenses down and really give yourself over to the universe and help you on your journey and meet your true purpose. It's also good for meditation because it helps you take a deep breath, pause for that moment that you need, and learn to trust in the flow of the universe. And it's suggested when you're using Arbor Vitae, you can either put it in your diffuser or you can apply 1 to 3 drops over your solar plexus, your crown, or the bottom of your feet. Next, we have black pepper. I'm really interested to see what this one smells like. I want to know if it actually smells like pepper. I've never seen it, I've never used it, but I did do some research on it, and it said that black pepper is known to soothe your nerves and restore your focus when your root chakra is blocked. It can help soothe feelings of anxiety and give a boost to your mental energy. And you can either diffuse it or dilute it with a carrier oil. I know many people that use essential oils, they prefer to use a refined version of coconut oil because that's all natural and safe for your body, and it is a great carrier for these essential oils. So if you just put 1 to 2 drops of black pepper into that carrier oil, you can apply it to the bottom of your feet. Next, we have cedar wood. This oil is a very earthy oil. It helps strengthen our connections. If you were following me along with the Tarot Healer, this was a good section of the root chakra where we talked about our connection with ourselves, our home, and our community. So if you're feeling disconnected from any of that, I would recommend using cedar wood, and you can use it day to day or your meditation, whatever you feel called to do. Not only does it help us with our connections to ourselves, but it can help anybody that feels like they're struggling to form bonds or that they feel that they're better off alone. It supports people in showing that they're not alone and reminding them that life is a shared experience. So if you feel like nobody understands you, nobody gets what you've been through, or you feel like, why is this happening to me and only me? It's pretty much guaranteed that somebody has gone through what you're going through and can relate to you on that level. So cedar wood is a good way to remind yourself of that and maybe give you the strength or the courage that you need to reach out and to find people like that. And to best use cedar wood, again, you can put it in your diffuser like any of these oils that we're going over, or take that carrier oil and dilute it with 3 to 4 drops of cedar wood and apply it on your arms, legs, or bottom of your feet. Next up, we have frankincense. I have seen this everywhere lately, and each time I see it, it's talking about a different benefit. I feel like this is the oil of essential oils, and I am saving up to get my hands on a bottle because with the company I go through, it is pricey. The benefits are endless, but again, as it relates to the root chakra, it can help ground your emotions, instill trust in yourself, and remove the fog around your place in your life. It helps alleviate stress, anxiety. It can strengthen your intuition, helps you focus on your intentions. For these reasons, it's a very useful tool to use during yoga and meditation. So if that's something you would like to try, again, you can put it in your diffuser or apply 1 to 3 drops on your crown, forehead, or behind your ears. And of all of the oils that I'm talking about today, this one I would recommend the most to do your research on, because like I said, the uses for frankincense are endless. Next, we're going to talk about myrrh. Myrrh can help restore our sense of safety and security. Now, these were 2 of the earlier chapters of the root chakra that I went through, and I think are very important so that we can build on the base of our chakra pillar, because if you don't feel safe and secure, you're not going to have that courage to continue on in your journey. So I really like to focus on those 2 aspects of the root chakra. So if you feel you could use some improvement in those areas, myrrh might be the oil for you. Not only can it help restore your sense of safety and security, but it can instill a sense of love in your soul, and it offers a nurturing presence. Again, the root chakra is a very primal chakra, and you think about nature versus nurture, there's that whole debate, but how you are raised and how your early years are makes such a difference to how you are for the rest of your life. So if you feel like you are missing some of that nurturing energy and that nurturing love, myrrh can help in that area. And if you are able to restore those feelings with that nurturing presence, it helps lead you to a better ability to trust. Myrrh's good for letting go of fear, healing past childhood trauma. So imagine taking myrrh and working with black obsidian, like we talked about in the crystal section, and you have a very powerful combination. And also with myrrh, it can help reconnect you to Mother Earth, where a lot of that nurturing energy can come from. So if any of this speaks to you, again, put it in your diffuser, or you can apply 1 to 3 drops over your heart, your chest, your sacral chakra, or on the bottom of your feet. Last up for the oils will be vetiver. Now, vetiver is a new oil that I've been learning a lot about, and this one has been really calling to me as well. That's on my wish list right next to frankincense. Vetiver is another grounding oil. It helps bring us back to the present moment. So again, great for meditation, can help soothe anxiety, and encourages a sense of belonging. So that again goes with connection. I've also heard that vetiver is a very good addition to your nighttime routine. It has almost a sedative effect, so it can help ease your mind into sleep. And I've been looking for different ways to help me sleep better. So that was really what appealed me to introducing vetiver into my ever-growing box of essential oils. And to use vetiver, you'll either want to put it in your diffuser, or you can apply 1 to 3 drops over your root chakra, which is on the base of your spine, or on the bottom of your feet. And those were the few oils that I wanted to talk about. Again, do your research. There's so many out there, each with their own, not only physical benefits, but spiritual and emotional benefits as well. And if you were interested in checking out any of these oils, I'm going to include a link to the company that I use in the description below. I've had very good experiences with this company. They have great customer service. Everything's done online. Their shipping is fast. And they also work directly with farmers in the different areas of the places they're harvesting these oils from. It's a great company, so feel free to check them out. If you have any questions, you can DM me on Twitter or email me, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. The first 2 tools that I talked about can be kind of costly depending on how far you go with them. So I also wanted to go over some free or low-cost ways that you can ground yourself and strengthen your root chakra. And some of these can be quick and easy as well. So the first one is definitely free. And this is as easy as kicking off your shoes and just walking in a safe area completely barefoot. I am famous for my bare feet. everybody picks on me for it, but I feel like shoes are prisons for the feet. I just hate having them on me. So if it's not snowing and I don't have to be at work or shopping or something, I don't have shoes on my feet. If I had my choice, I would be barefoot all the time. To me, there's just nothing better than either feeling the warm pavement from the sun under your feet. I love walking in the grass. That's like your best way to connect with the ground. Again, just be safe about it. If it's too hot, you don't want to walk on hot pavement or sand. I've been burned by sand before. That's not fun. So just use your best judgment. But again, it's a quick, easy way for you to ground yourself and really tune in with the earth. The next one would fall more into low cost to free tool, depending on how you use it. So another good way would be gardening, or just simply putting your hands in dirt, which is why I list it as it could be free, because you don't necessarily have to build yourself a garden to get your hands in the dirt. I myself love to garden. Over the last few years, I've been slowly building up my garden beds, expanding them, and I have an ever-growing vegetable garden as well. Digging in the dirt is a great way to connect with Mother Earth. And if you have a vegetable garden, it's kind of a win-win, because not only are you connecting with the earth, but you're getting your harvest as well. So you have those fruits and vegetables that you don't have to go to the store for. And there's nothing better than wanting a midnight snack and walking out to your garden and picking a cucumber right off the vine, giving it a little rinse, and slicing it up. I think that is my absolute favorite late time snack. In the warmer months, my favorite nights are being able to sit out in my yard and just be able to take in all of the beauty once the flowers get going. Because a garden can be a lot of work, but being able to just see the results of that work is so rewarding. Other ways that you can help ground yourself are the obvious with yoga and meditation. If you go to a yoga studio, that'll also help strengthen your connections and your bonds with the community, so that's another win for your root chakra. But if you wanted to do it in the convenience of your own home, if you do just a simple search on YouTube, you're going to find thousands of meditations, and these can be meditation music, it could be guided meditations. Same with yoga. They have chakra-specific yoga sessions you can do. So just give them a simple search and see what calls out to you. I know I have a couple of meditations on my channel if you wanted to check those out. My goal is to slowly add to that library of meditations, but again, there's so many out there that you can use. I'm also going to put up on the screen some specific yoga poses that are good for your root chakra. So give those a try. There's so many different benefits to yoga other than just working on a specific chakra, and I know I feel great after a good yoga session. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about were some things that we worked on during my time working with the root chakra in my Healing with Tarot series. If you followed along with that work and kept a tarot journal, simply go back to that and see what lessons you were learning about your root chakra as we did that work. What did you have to work on to strengthen your connection? What was making you feel more or less secure? Things like that. Or if you don't have that tarot journal and you're into tarot or you have a deck, simply pull out your cards, and as you shuffle, close your eyes and just ask tarot, what does my root chakra need at this moment? Or what can I do to improve my root chakra? And I guarantee you tarot will let you know what you need, and you can work on it that way. Another thing that you can do, and you can do this every day, it only takes a moment, is go back to the last video of my root chakra section of Healing with Tarot and look at the affirmations that we used for the healing mandala. Write them down, put them somewhere accessible in your home, in your car, at your job, and simply say those affirmations 3 times. There are other root chakra specific affirmations, so if you want to use those, feel free to do that. Whatever works best for you, but those are simple ways where you can bring yourself back to a balanced root chakra and focus on that. So these are just some things that you can do to strengthen your root chakra and your connection. I hope you found these helpful. I know I had fun doing the research on these and seeing what I already had in my toolbox that I never really identified as root chakra specific. Let me know what your go-to thing is to help you bring yourself back to the present moment. You can put that in the comments below. There's never a wrong answer, and we can always learn from each other, which is ultimately what this channel is about. And if you could just take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when the next video goes up, which will hopefully be soon. And until then, take care and be well.